Hey folks, Sheila here from Design Files. I just wanted to put together a quick video to show you some of the latest updates that we've made to the Design Files questionnaire based on your designer feedback. So we've added in a number of great new questions, and these questions should really help provide you with more insights into why that client is coming to you for design services and what they're really hoping to achieve for this project. And on top of that, we've completely reformatted the design questionnaire to make it much more mobile friendly. So this is going to make it quick and easy for your clients to just hop on their phone, make the selections they need to make, and get that information over to you as quick as possible. So let's go ahead and we'll have a look at some of the changes that have been made. Now, to begin with, your client will select the room that they want your help with. They can choose one of the options within this list, and if the room is not added to this list, they can just select Other and add it in here. For now, I'm just going to select Living Room. And next up, your client can tell you why it is that they are redesigning their space. So are they moving into a new home? Are they furnishing and redecorating a rental property? Is there a new baby on the way? Whatever selection they make here should give you a better understanding of their mindset. And next up, they can tell you how finished the space is. Is this a case where they're completely starting from scratch? Or are they somewhere in between? Or is it mostly furnished and they're really hoping to get some finishing touches to pull the entire space together? Below that, they can tell us what their timeline is for this project. Is it something that has to be done ASAP? Are they a little bit more flexible with their timeline? Or is there a specific date that they just have to have this project done by? And if so, they can select the date here. Next up, we wanted to give them an option to tell us which of the pieces that they currently have will remain within the project. And of course, if there are new items that they are wanting to purchase for this space, they can actually detail out specifically which items they're hoping to get your help with. Below that, they can select their budget for purchasing products. So this excludes your design rate. This is specifically for purchasing products. And they can choose one of the options below, or they can add in a custom amount. Below that, they will choose their preferred style. So nothing much has changed here. We did add in a few new images here, but basically your client can go through the list, and if they don't know what their preferred style is, they can roll over any of these icons to get an understanding of what that style is all about, and then choose the style or styles that best suit them. Now, here's another new question. We wanted to get an understanding of what their favorite stores are for furniture and decor. So this will help you get a better understanding for the styles they like and also the price point that they're comfortable with. And below that, they can share inspiration images if they have them, or if they have a link to some inspiration that they found online. Perhaps they created a Pinterest board or they found a look on Houzz, they can add it in here. And below that, they can provide measurements and photos of their space. So here's a new update that we've added in here as well. We've given the client the option to provide these details later. Now here's why we've done this. When we were testing out our questionnaire, we noticed that sometimes clients were dropping off at this point because they didn't have the measurements or the photos. We don't want them to drop off, and you don't want them to drop off either. We want to get as many clients through this funnel as possible so that you can land more and more jobs. So by giving them the opportunity to provide these details later, they can go through the rest of the questionnaire, submit it to you. It gives you an opportunity to reach out to that client, decide if you want to take this job on or not, and then of course, you can basically send the questionnaire back over to them at a later date after you've kickstarted into the project and ask them to provide the remaining details. And of course, if they do have those details, they can just switch over to this option right here and add in the measurements and the photos. So we do continue to provide guidance on how they should take pictures of their space. And below that, they can include the dimensions for the doorway opening so that you can ensure that whatever products you choose for them will fit within the doorway. And below that, they can add in the dimensions for each of the walls within the space. So they can add in the width and height, and they can also include the corresponding photo. And that'll really help break down the overall layout and scale of this project. Now below that, we have switched out our color We used to have a color picker to allow the clients to pick specific colors that they wanted to see within their space, which was a little bit time consuming. So we've switched that out for 6 key options that your client can choose from, and it'll make it much faster for them. So they can choose between warm neutrals, cool neutrals, soft serene colors, bright bold colors, a neutral palette with pops of color, and if they're not sure, they can just select this option here. And of course, below that, if there are specific colors they do want you to incorporate within the design, they can add them in here. Next, your client can tell us who they're sharing the space with, and they can select all that apply. They can tell us if they rent or own, and below that, they can tell us what kind of home they live in. So is it a house, a townhouse, a condo, or an apartment? And if it is a condo or an apartment, you'll definitely want to follow up with them to understand if the furniture is going to have to go up either a staircase or up an elevator. And if so, what's the largest piece of furniture they were able to get up into their space? So that'll help make sure that you are selecting products that are appropriate for this project. And below that, we've got this great new question where the client can indicate to you what the mood of the space should be. So by giving them a chance to go through this entire list and select all that apply, you're going to get such a great understanding of who this person is and what's important to them. And below that, they can add in any final notes. So if there's something that we just haven't quite touched on in this questionnaire, any preferences, perhaps they want you to use sustainable and green products, perhaps they just don't want leathers or furs, whatever the case may be, they can add those final notes into the bottom text field here and submit the questionnaire to you. So those are the latest updates. I think you're going to find that with these new questions, you're going to be able to pull a lot more information out of your client and get a better understanding of how to tackle this project. So definitely log into your Design Files account, test it out on your mobile devices, honestly. Test it out on your phone as well, and just let us know what you think. We're always happy to continue to improve our features, and thanks to you, we've actually made some fantastic new updates to this questionnaire. So test it out, let us know what you think, and as always, thanks for watching.